They say every dream starts small, but Harry's dream didn't even exist. He was the kind of guy who believed life was just something that happened to you. Wake up, work, pay bills, repeat. No sparkle. No drive. Just quiet survival. But deep down, there was a voice he never listened to. A whisper that said, "You're meant for more." He'd silence it every time. Until one day, that voice refused to stay quiet. Harry worked at a small repair shop. Old tools, dusty shelves, same faces every day. People came in, dropped their stuff, left, and life kept looping. He'd watch successful people online, big houses, speeches, travel, and think, "Man, that ain't my world." He never hated his life. He just never imagined it could be more. Thinking small was his comfort zone. Dreaming big? That felt dangerous. Unrealistic. One evening, while closing the shop, Harry saw a little kid staring through the window. The boy was holding a broken toy plane. Harry smiled, took it, and fixed it within minutes. The kid's eyes lit up, pure joy. Before leaving, he said something that froze Harry's heart. "Someday, I'll make real planes." That night, Harry couldn't sleep. He kept hearing that line echo in his mind, "Someday, I'll make real planes." He realized that the kid didn't see limits. He just saw possibilities. And for the first time, Harry wondered, what if I've been the one setting limits on myself? The next morning felt different. Harry still walked the same streets, but something inside him had shifted. He started thinking, maybe life could be bigger. Not instantly, not magically, but gradually. Step by step. He began listening to podcasts, reading stories of people who started from zero. He wasn't chasing success, he was chasing belief. And that, he learned, was the first step to thinking big. Every lunch break, Harry wrote down ideas. At first, they were random thoughts. Start something. Learn marketing. Save money. Dream. His co-workers laughed sometimes, called him the philosopher. But Harry didn't care anymore. Because once you start thinking big, even the laughter sounds small. Weeks passed. Harry's notebook filled up with dreams, messy, wild, impossible ones. But one sentence stood out, "Start something small, that could grow." He didn't have money. He didn't have connections. But he had curiosity, and that was free. So one night, he took an old laptop, searched how to build an online business, and got lost for hours. Tutorials, failures, stories, he absorbed everything. And though he barely understood half of it, for the first time in years, he felt alive. But the next morning, doubt crept in. That old voice came back, "You doing business? Bro, you fix radios, not dreams." He almost closed the laptop forever. Almost gave up before even starting. But then he remembered the kid with the toy plane. And how that boy didn't see limits, only possibilities. So Harry whispered to himself, "Maybe I don't need to be great today. I just need to start." Harry started spending nights learning, e-commerce, marketing, design. He failed at almost everything at first. Websites crashed, ads didn't work, ideas flopped. But each failure gave him something school never did, wisdom. He learned that people who think big don't fear falling. They just learn how to rise faster. Weeks turned into months. And what used to be confusion slowly turned into clarity. He remained consistent. One day, his boss told him, "Harry, you'll be here your whole life if you keep daydreaming." That hit hard. For a second, he wanted to believe it, that maybe thinking big was just fantasy. But then he realized something powerful. People who think small, always fear those who think big. That same night, Harry quit his job. Not out of anger, but faith. He didn't know how things would work out. He just knew he couldn't stay small anymore. He used his savings, just a few $100s, to start an online store selling handmade radios. Nothing fancy, no investors, no hype. Just him, and belief. At first, no sales. No traffic. No validation. But he kept showing up, every day, every night. Because when you think big, you stop expecting instant results. You learn to trust the process. And slowly, things began to move. Months passed. Harry's dream was growing, but not fast enough. Bills piled up, his savings were gone, and the doubt started whispering again. Every day felt heavier. He'd look at his small online store and think, maybe I reached too high. He started questioning everything. His choices, his timing, his faith in this idea of thinking big. It's funny how dreams test you right before they bless you. That night, Harry went for a walk. The town was quiet, only streetlights and wind. He remembered the kid's voice again, someday, I'll make real planes. He realized something powerful. That kid never said, maybe. He said someday. Confidence in his voice, faith in his dream. Harry whispered. If I give up now, what lesson will I leave behind? He promised himself that night. No matter how small things look, I'll keep thinking big. A week later, something unexpected happened. A company featured his handmade radios. Just a short review, nothing fancy. But overnight, orders flooded in. People from across the country were buying his products. Praising the craftsmanship, the story, the passion. For the first time, Harry felt what it meant to think big. Not as a dream, but as a reality. It wasn't luck, it was the result of faith meeting effort. Harry realized the store was never really about radios. It was about belief. Each radio he built carried a message. That small hands can create big things. He began teaching others how to start small businesses. Sharing what he learned, showing people that the first step is always the hardest. And always worth it. Years later, when asked how he did it, Harry smiled and said, I just stopped thinking small. He looked back at that dusty repair shop. The same streets he once walked with his head down. And realized, they never changed. He did. Because once your mind expands, you can't go back to who you used to be. Years later, Harry sat on his porch, watching the sunrise. The air was still. The world quiet. And for the first time, he understood what big thinking really meant. It wasn't about money or fame. It was about belief, the kind that changes how you see yourself. The kind that makes you walk different, talk different, live different. He smiled, whispering. I used to fix broken things, but thinking big fixed me. Harry started writing letters, not to anyone in particular, but to every dreamer who ever doubted themselves. He wrote, if no one believes in you yet, that's fine. Because belief starts with one person, you. The world won't move until you do. Think bigger. Always bigger than your fear. He knew most people would never read his words. But that didn't matter. Because what matters most isn't how many people hear your story. It's how many lives it silently inspires. One afternoon, a knock on his door. That same little boy from years ago, now grown, stood there, wearing a pilot uniform. He said softly, remember me? You fixed my toy plane. Harry's eyes filled with tears. The boy continued. I just wanted you to know. I made the real ones now. They both smiled, no more words needed. Just two dreamers, proof that thinking big creates ripples that never stop. Harry looked up at the sky that evening. Planes crossed high above, silver wings against orange clouds. And he thought. Every great thing that ever existed, began as a thought. A single spark in someone's mind. An idea no one else believed in. That's the power of thinking big. It doesn't start with wealth, or talent, or luck. It starts with a quiet decision inside your heart. I will not stay small. So if you're watching this right now, remember Harry. Remember the boy with the toy plane. And remember, you don't have to know how it'll happen. You just have to believe it can. Dreams don't belong to the lucky. They belong to the brave. And bravery starts with one simple thought. Think big. Because when you think big, you start living bigger. And that changes everything. And as Harry's story fades into memory, remember, it's not just his story. It's yours, too. Because somewhere inside you, there's a version of yourself waiting to be discovered. One who refuses to play small. One who dares to dream even when no one's watching. So take a breath. Look up. And whisper to yourself. I can. I will. I must think big.